Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Kalina here. We're in episode 2 of Monster Loves You. In the first episode, we started as a slimeling and then worked into our monsterling, and now we're in our adolescent time, I believe. And let's get started. Alright, so just to recap, we have 8 days left. Our bravery is currently 30 out of 100. Cleverness is 56 out of 100. Let me do 1 second. Let me just disable that really quickly, actually, because I don't want any overlays. Where is that settings? I think that's fixed. Okay, let's resume the game. Alright, so cleverness was at 56 out of 100. Ferocity, 15, so I'm not exactly a ferocious monster. Honesty is at 30 out of 100. And kindness is at 51%, or 51 out of 100. We have 8 days left, and so far no respect from anybody. Let's adventure in town, see how it goes. Let's do the frowny face. A small crowd gathers in the square. Prudence and Gritminton are in some kind of argument. Go see what they're talking about or ignore the crowd. Let's go see what's happening. Nash whispers you. Gritminton says he saw a human wearing a coat made from a monster hide. What? Prudence says she saw it too, but it's just a costume. You watch the elders discuss the situation calmly and quietly with only a little clawing and splitting. Offer to help resolve the conflict. Humans are dangerous, leave the elders to it. Investigate this by running off to the human city of Carmen or listen to the debate more. I'm actually really curious. I want to see what these humans are wearing. Let's go investigate. You set out. Before you're halfway through the whale mist, you find yourself caught. Hamrag shakes you and tosses you to the ground. Let's fight. Hamrag holds you back with one paw until you grow tired. Okay. Hamrag says you know better than to go so close to the humans. You're too young. He drags you back to Omen and leaves you there. The debate rises into shouting and rock throwing a few times, but it's mostly civil. Prudence keeps shaking her head and smiling as though Gritminton is a fool or a monsterling. What does that do to Gritminton's temper? That makes Gritminton's temper flare like lightning naturally. Keep watching and listening. Gritminton says humans have made clothing out of monsters. Prudence insists that he's mistaken. Neither shows any sign of backing down. The other elders wander away. Perhaps now people will listen to me? They do seem to be paying attention to you, yes. Let's support Gritman. He's smart. Support Prudence. She's smarter. Talking stinks. Mess with them. I think that Prudence is correct. I don't think that humans would take our skins. That doesn't seem right. Prudence nods to you and says, see, I'm always right. Humans wear clothes all the time. This fool just thinks that some animal hide is from one of us. Some slimy animal, perhaps. Yeah, like a big furry snail. Okay. So it looks like that rose our cleverness and not our bravery. Oh yeah, no, it did raise our bravery. Ferocity went up a little bit. Three-eyed goat. You hear a bleeding sound from inside Scapegoat's pit. Is it the scapegoat? Of course it is. Bleeding. That's what bleeding is what goats do. Well, good. The scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleats again. Nash says it wants to fight. Give it one. A fight? Sure, that makes sense. Or see what's really bothering the goat. Let's find out what he's thinking. The scapegoat stares. Looking into the pit, you see that there's no food anywhere. Oh, well, Nash shoves you inside and says, I said, let's give it a fight. Ask Nash not to fight the goat. Defend the scapegoat. Goat food while Nash gets her fight. Well, I don't think the goat's doing anything to get attacked, so let's defend him. The scapegoat seems relieved when you step between it and Nash. Nash says, okay, I'll fight you instead. But then she always does. Let's give her a good tussle. You and Nash roll in the dirt, kicking up dust, scattering mud and slime everywhere. Soon you're exhausted. What about the goat? Scapegoat has retreated back to the pit, where some of the other monsters are feeding it. It came up because it was out of food. Isn't that thing on a tether? Guys, come on. Tether. When Scapegoat gets hungry enough, it will chew apart its throat so it can forage for food. The elders call this system chomps and balances. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. Let's do the sunny area. Elder Jaggery grabs your claw and drags you out of town. I need you to scare a pig for me, he says. Ugh, here we go again. Jaggery sniffs the air and says, never mind, there it goes. He gallops away, leaving you alone in a grassy meadow. Run home as fast as you can, or explore a bit. Let's explore. I think that would be fun. As you poke around in the bushes, a ball runs through them and comes and rests at your feet. That's a human thing. Better run away. Or walk through the bushes. Let's walk through bushes. You see a human sitting in the middle of the meadow. It hasn't spotted you yet, but it looks up at the sound of your movement. Flee! Flee! Run away! Or wait and see what the human does. I'm in this far. Let's see what he does. The human looks at you, waves its arm, burps, and laughs. The sound sends shivers down your spine. Let's watch the human, but we'll be ready to run. The human, still sitting, points at the bushes behind you. It makes a sound. It seems to be very young, no more than a monsterling, or even a morsel. We'll give it back its ball. You can't bring yourself to come in to reach, but you pick up the ball and roll it towards the humanling. The humanling laughs again. Enough. Go home before something bad happens. You run along to Omen with a bit of new perspective and a story. Other monsterlings are impressed that you interacted with a human. I got one respect. My cleverness did go down, though. I'm not too pleased about that. Let's do paw print. You're heading home with a dead rabbit you found. Suddenly, a fox appears. He sidles up to you and asks, "You're gonna eat all of this?" Not an ordinary fox, and you hand over the whole rabbit. You share the rabbit with the fox, or you make him watch you eat it. Let's share it with him. You tear the rabbit into 2 pieces. It splits unevenly. One chunk has most of the meat and the other a bunch of tendons and skin. The fox looks up hungrily. Well, if we're gonna share, might as well give him the better stuff. You and the fox enjoy a delicious rabbit. Country. Okay, so my kindness is really going up. I have 81 kindness. Let's see, bravery 72, cleverness 73, my ferocity is still pretty low, 21, and my honesty is at a 30. 3 days left. Let's do a tussle. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monsters flee to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly. Who's fighting? Watch closely and learn. Let's get some cleaning done instead, or try to stop the fight. Let's watch. You're the closest monster to the fight. The purple monster has 16 thick, ropey tentacles, and he's trying to strangle the oldest monster. The oldest monster ignores a grip that could, and does, shatter a hovel. Get closer or watch from a safe distance. Let's stay from a safe distance here. The challenger bobs and weaves until he gets eaten. You wipe the purple blood off your face and make a few mental notes. Don't challenge the oldest monster ever. Seems sensible. Okay, let's look at the mosquito. After the rain, the last puddles linger. Looking into one, you see hundreds of tiny wriggling bugs. Eat the little bugs, splash in the puddle, or look at them. I don't like mosquitoes. I'm personally biased. I'm allergic to the ones where I'm at. So let's splash the puddle. You leap and spin, dance and hop, whirl and stomp, stumble and splash. The puddle is scattered in all directions. The bugs are dead, but who cares? They're just bugs, after all. Totally with that one. And, okay, so this is our last day. This is the last one we get to choose from. Let's do a cloud. Suddenly, a stinging rain pours down. Everyone scatters and gets under cover, even Blistry and Smark. How bad is the weather? Is that all you got? Jump and howl in the rain and run under cover. Let's go, how bad is the weather? Let's question. It's just rain, water, falling from the clouds. It does hurt a little. Stings, you know. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. It's like 1,000 needles on my hide. A brave monster like you likes the feel of nature in its face. Yeah, and a wise monster has had enough sense to get out of the rain. Sometimes really hard rain like this is known to get stuck under monster skin like little splinters, and then it can hurt for days. Suddenly, a stinging rain. Okay, so now that we've looked at it, we've reset the things. Let's run under cover. While the rain pours down, you cuddle with Blistry and Smark under the bleachers. Let's play a game. You take turns opening your mouth into the falling rain, trying to suck up all the drops. Unfortunately, you choke and spit a mouthful of water at Smark. You know what? Let's do that again. Blistry spits water on you, Smark splashes a puddle at both of you, and your own fun in the pooling water. Alright. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth, and you have become an adult. Awesome! Sweet! Next. You've been dragged from your bed by friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here. Leave me alone, please. What? Who? The where? What now? Let's try and fight them off. I really am not a morning person. They surround you and hold you down, not ungently, until you stop struggling. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. The monsters murmur, mutter, spit, and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently, yell at them to hurry up, or take a nap. Let's patiently wait. After a while, the muttering stops, and though the murmuring goes on for some time longer, finally the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Wait, what's happening? Or do your part in the ceremony of adulation. Let's do my part, find out what happens. The other monsters hold you in some respect, 1 out of a possible 100. That's not a lot of respect. I need more. It is immediately clear to the crowd that you're very kind for a monsterling. Aw, that's so nice they think that. 2 monsterlings into the circle, each with a broken arm. It can apply general first aid or gently tend to their wounds. Let's try attending. Awesome. Yes! You croon and pet the monsterlings until they grow drowsy, then splint their damaged limbs in silence. They leave quietly, feeling much better. Everyone cheers, and I got 5 respect. So I have 81 bravery, 76 cleverness, 33 ferocity, honesty at 30, and 81 in kindness, and 6 respect. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as when you were young. Alright, so we're gonna call it here. We navigated adolescence and now we're in adulthood, and we'll continue this with the next episode. I should be able to wrap this up in an episode or 2, I think. The game itself, as I said before, is quite short, but it is really fun because there's about 14 different endings you can get based on your decisions. Alright? Have a good one. Cheers.